Hi everyone, my name is Mrs Carnie and I work in Clovenstone nursery class. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make some lentil soup, and here are some of the ingredients that I'll be using. In fact, here are all the ingredients. So I've got some lentils, a tin of tomatoes chopped, some carrots, onion, a couple of big potatoes and some vegetable stock cubes. I hope that you'll enjoy the soup when you make it as much as my family do. It never lasts long in my house. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just clean the lentils, and I've got a sieve here, so I'm just going to put them in and give them a rinse under cold water for a wee minute. I'll just be a sec. I'm going to pop the lentils back in put the lentils in a big pot. I just washed them just to get rid of any starchy bits or any dusty bits that you sometimes get on lentils. So I'm going to add some boiling water, maybe sort of 3/4 of the way up, so yeah, probably just over half or just about 3/4. Put some boiling water in that and let it bubble away for maybe 10 minutes. And while I'm waiting for the lentils to start to become a bit softer, I'm going to start to chop up my veg. So just another sec. I think I maybe need to add some more water. I don't know if any of you like making soup. I find it really relaxing, and for me and my family it's one of these meals or foods that helps me to get vegetables into my kids, which is often a problem at times. So especially when they were small, I would find that when I was making lentil soup I would just grate the carrots and maybe grate the potatoes and make the onion really small. But now they're a bit bigger, I just tend to just chop up all the veg into little chunks. But just depending on the ages of your children or the way that your kids might like to eat how they might like the thickness of the soup or the size of the vegetables. You'll know your own family. So now I'm going to start to chop up the veg, and I'll just pause for now. So I've chopped up the potatoes and the onions into small pieces, and like I said before, if you prefer to grate them or you prefer bigger bits of vegetables, that's up to you. Just however you like the thickness or the thinness of your soup. So what I'm going to do next is, while the lentils are cooking over there in the pot, I'm going to gently fry the potatoes and the onions with a little bit of vegetable oil. So I'll get busy doing that. And get the cooker going. That's it. Just a sort of medium heat. I've got a gas cooker, so I usually put it to about 4 or 5. So I just want to soften the vegetables, the potatoes and the onions a little bit, just to soften them. And so I'll get doing that. And got my oil, just a wee, maybe a half a spoonful. Just put it in, and then I'm going to start to gently fry the potatoes and the onions. And that was a wee tip that my granny taught me a long time ago for making soup. I'm not exactly sure why, but the vegetables seem to be, I don't know, they just seem to taste a bit better than if I had just instead of just putting them straight into the boiling water. So give it a wee stir, just for a couple of minutes, maybe 2-3 minutes, to soften them a wee bit and coat them in the oil. And while I'll just let that sit for a second, I'm just going to give the lentils a stir. I'll show you. So the lentils are just starting to, oh, let's see, bubble away very gently there. And I usually put the lentils on a high heat to start with, so that they're bubbling, and then just turn it down so they're simmering. They're just nice small bubbles. Let's see if you can see me again. I'm going to return and give them a stir, the lentils a stir, and then the potatoes and the onions. And they're cooking nicely. Love the smell of onions. And I'll give that one more minute, and in the meantime I had opened the tin of tomatoes. I usually just use plum tomatoes, or you can use chopped tomatoes as well, whatever you can get your hands on. And I think these cost about 30p a tin or something like that, so they're brilliant. And the kitchen's starting to smell nice. I wish you could smell the onion smell. I would say that's probably about right. Cook the onions and the potatoes, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add them very carefully to the lentils, which are bubbling away, and then I'll turn down the heat. I'll turn that one off. So I have to be very careful, as you can imagine. Give that another stir of the lentils, and then very carefully tip the onions and the potatoes into the pot with the lentils. And give that another stir, and then very carefully again add the tin of tomatoes. Just watch out none of the hot water splashes back at you. I think I maybe need a fork. I think I need to buy a new tin opener at some point. Right, here we go. Spoon. Gently put the tomatoes in. And I'll let you see the tomatoes just now in the tin. Although they're looking quite big, once the heat from the water and the lentils and the other ingredients starts to move around and heats up, I find that the tomatoes tend to break up. But if you prefer, you can put them in a bowl before you put them in the pot and mash them up. The rest of these out. That's it. I can go in the recycling. And just gently stir it round. Next thing I'm going to do is add some chopped carrots and pop them in. I think this is the last ingredient that you'll need for your soup. I've just got, this is, I don't know if you can see the size of this pot, but I would say it's a medium sized pot, so I could probably get maybe 4 to 6 portions of soup in that. and I'm using 2 stock cubes, vegetable ones. Some people like to use ham, but I don't have any ham stock cubes in the house, so I've just got my veggie ones. Just crumble it in. And again, watching you don't splash yourself with the water as it plops in. And a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and that should be it. I just need to wait for the vegetables to soften. So I would say I'm going to let my soup cook for maybe 30 to 40 minutes, and in between that time just stirring it every 5 to 10 minutes, just checking on it. And you'll know how you like your vegetables, if you prefer them a little bit not crunchy but a bit more solid, or if you prefer them really soft. I like our vegetables soft. And just let that cook away. I'll let you have a little look at that in the pot. So here we go. That's my lentil soup. It'll look a bit different once the lentils are cooked through, and so I'll put another little video when it's all done, because I'm sure everybody's too busy to watch me standing looking at a pot for the next 30-40 minutes. So I shall see you again in the next half hour. So here's the finished product, and I'm going to have a taste. Let's see if it's okay. Oh, fab. Hope that you might try it at home as well, and that you'll enjoy it. Very cheap, very healthy thing to cook, and it's not going to last long in my house. All the best. Happy cooking.